Nope, we're done. We're done with that.
Hey everyone, welcome to ComicsPriceGuide.com presents Tales from the Geek. I am Aaron the Mechanic. This is Michael.
Sharkbait.
Yeah, literally sharkbait right now. And we are here at Dragon's Lair. Comics and fantasy.
Yeah.
And we've got comics for you.
It's back there too.
Comics
and a little bit over there. Not as much over there.
Well, those are games.
That's kind of the corner over there.
I'm about to send you over there too. Sharkbait. Ooh, ha, ha.
No.
Comics?
I mean, yeah, we have those. I have these right here. See? You can't see them. You will in a second. She can see them. I can see them. And you can see the Vampire Hunter D. See what I did there? It rhymed.
Oh.
Yeah. See that?
Riddle you that.
Riddle me that, Batman. But this is not Batman.
No.
This is Vampire Hunter D. Vampire Hunter D. Which, as most people know, is a manga series. It's a very popular manga series. Very lengthy, from what I understand, long-running manga series. But this is a comic series, which I don't know if it's the first one they've done. I feel like it is.
Yeah, it's cool.
If not, it's one of the only ones they've done. But it is interesting that such a long-running manga concept is in a comic now.
Go comic-y now.
The subtitle is Message from Mars. So it's got a little bit of sci-fi twist to it, but it's mostly sort of just from reading through. I'm not especially familiar with the Vampire Hunter D story, but it's a kind of a dark, like gothic fantasy kind of twist. It reminds me a lot of Bloodborne. So if you like that, you'll probably like this quite a bit. It's got some cool, fantasy action and weird monsters and stuff.
These, I don't think they sparkle, do they?
No, not that I'm aware of.
No, me neither.
It's got this weird eyeball thing in the corner, so reminds me a little bit of like Dark Souls and Bloodborne, and it's very interesting. I was very intrigued by the difference in the idea of like Message to Mars, where it starts off with I'm a scientist on Mars, and then it's like vampire fighting.
Yeah, you're like, wait, what?
It's
like,
an interesting,
maybe aliens.
It's an interesting little juxtaposition. It's very odd, but I enjoyed it quite a bit. So check that out if you know and/or wish to know the Vampire Hunter D.
Vampire Hunter D.
So which one else do you want?
Ooh, can I?
You will note as we do this, I have not one Marvel or DC book this week.
Ooh.
They are all indie books.
Why?
Yeah.
Just because why not?
There's nothing good from Marvel or DC this week. I'm kidding. There's good stuff, but nothing new.
And we will mention them.
Yeah.
Things.
Yeah.
Oh, how about this? Slam! Because I already gave it away.
Slam.
Does that mean I just get to slam into you?
That's called checking.
Oh.
Thank you very much.
Oh.
You ever been to the roller derby?
Awkward. Yes.
I have too. It's a lot of fun.
One of my friends used to roller derby. But
Really?
anyway, slam.
Really?
Oh wait, is this a roller derby thing?
Yeah. What was their name?
Oh.
I'm curious.
Oh, I don't remember her
roller
stage
derby name?
Yeah.
Her track name, if you will. Well, this, as you can probably tell by this face and the helmet and the general aesthetic, is a comic about roller derby.
That is awesome.
This is from Boom. It's part of the Boom box, so it's pretty good for young adults, teenagers. And this is a roller derby story of just a girl who wants to get into the hobby right there, enjoying some time with her friends. You're sort of typical teenage. I want to try this new thing, but I'm
not good
scared.
at it.
Yeah, I'm not good, or I'm scared to try.
Fail.
It has fun little character bios that it drops in every so often with new main characters. It's very colorful and very good, like I said, for sort of a teenage audience. So if you got someone who's interested in roller derby, or that just sounds cool. Slam is a nice pastel kind of covered introduction to that. So I enjoy that quite a bit.
And you can just randomly check people.
And you should
just kidding, don't do that. Don't do this
check out Texas Roller Derby because they are cool.
Well, see, when I went to the roller derby, it's actually in Kansas, and that was cool too.
Texas is better.
It's just bigger.
Shout out to the Texas Roller Derby. Girls are great. This
Ether?
Is the Ether. And it's funny, I enjoyed this because the hero of this comic looks a little bit like Nick Offerman, which I thought was really funny.
Oh, yeah.
So if they ever make a movie out of this, he should play the main character.
Or else,
because then I'll fire him. I don't have that power, actually.
Not yet.
But this is actually really interesting. You can sort of tell based on the cover what it's kind of about.
But it's two different worlds or something?
He's got kind of a sciencey, war-torn world over here, and a fantasy with a monkey and a fairy over here. This is essentially a story of this man, who is a scientist.
Yeah.
He's trying to solve a murder done by magic in a fantasy world. So it's really interesting juxtaposition. Again, I like that word. I've said it twice now. But
wait, what word?
Fantasy.
Oh.
No, juxtaposition is the word.
What does that even mean?
It means two different things put together.
Oh.
Yeah.
I like it.
Like peanut butter and jelly.
Was that your, like,
It's my
your
word
dictionary
of the day.
word?
It's my SAT word of the day.
That makes sense now.
I have a word calendar on my desk.
I believe it.
Yep. No, but he's trying to solve basically a murder in a fantasy world done by magic. And there's all sorts of weird creatures like this talking Yeti man and some other weird fairy creatures and a snail that works as a car and stuff like that. It's crazy. It's a little weird. It reminds me of a more like subdued version of like I Hate Fairyland, or something similar to that, like a less gritty, realistic version of Saga, that kind of setting of like fantasy and sci-fi together. So
I like it whenever you mix those two together because it's
science,
just
fantasy, if you will. So yeah,
Put
that's
them
our
together.
main comics for the week. Those are the new things. Now we did have one. I lied. We did have one new Marvel book, but our store unfortunately got skipped over, I'll say, by UPS. We didn't get our shipment of Thanos #1.
Oh, okay, good call.
New ongoing series featuring the Mad Titan himself. I was going to bring that and talk about that, but we didn't get it, so I can't. But it's out this week.
Can mention it and check
I'll
it out.
mention it. You should check it out if you like Thanos, or even if you don't like Thanos.
But what about Batman 1 Director's Cut?
The Batman Director's Cut? That's not technically new.
It's true, but the Director's Cut is new.
The Director's Cut is new. The Batman #1 from Rebirth.
Yeah.
They just put out the Director's Cut this week. It's all sorts of fancy add-ons and extra content and stuff. Marvel had a couple other things. Jessica Jones #2 is also out this week, which I'm very excited about because I like the TV show and she's a great character. And Infamous Iron Man #2 with Dr. Doom as somewhat possibly evil Iron Man.
Hey, that's interesting. An interesting take.
Yeah.
Okay. Wait, Trinity #3.
Yes, DC also put out Trinity #3, in case you're reading that, with the three main superheroes, Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman. I don't know what I just did there. It was like 1, 2, and 3. Like, flip.
Oh, yeah, I like it. There you go. And not Spider-Man, but he's Spider-Man.
And something else I have to mention, because I'm very excited about it, is I'm going to go buy this right now when I get home, is Dishonored 2, the art book. The Art of Dishonored 2 is also out this week. I'm very excited about the game. I'm going to go buy it in like 20 minutes when we're done with this.
You will be playing it.
Yeah, I will.
By the time it's
Not
up.
comics, some stuff I do want to mention as well. There's 2 action figure things. I know action figures we don't talk about a ton on here.
Yeah,
not really
but
comics, but one is a 2-pack action figures of Marco and Alana from Saga.
Yeah. The
Skybound Entertainment put out. It's just a straight up action figure of Saga, and Saga has like no merchandise out there.
So I bet those are gonna go like.
It's gonna go like lightning, but it's really cool. It's a really nice 2-pack. They're about this big, and they come with all sorts of accessories and gubbins, if you will.
Yeah.
And then
so
we
pick
also
those up before they're sold out.
Yeah, and we also got the Star Wars Rogue One, the Jyn Erso Black Series. So if you're excited about that movie, she's got her action figure, and she comes for us at least in a case all by herself. So we got like 8 of her. So we're not gonna have the Rey problem like we did last year, where nobody can find Rey.
Like no.
So if you're excited about Rogue One, the Jyn Erso action figure is also coming out.
I love it.
Either today or very soon.
Can we just talk about this real quick?
You want to talk about Yahtzee?
Okay, Yahtzee is my family's favorite game ever.
This isn't even new, but she saw this.
This is really
before
random.
we started.
I just saw this before we started. I hadn't seen it before. I'm just really excited. Legend of Zelda version. There's a Ghostbusters version.
I'm more partial to Slimer Yahtzee.
Yeah, dude, I'm pretty pumped
give me a second.
This.
I would think you'd be more partial to Serenity Yahtzee.
Oh my gosh, I didn't even see it. If you're watching this, this is all I need in my life.
There's also like
Yahtzee is like my favorite game. I'm the Yahtzee queen. So
there's also
sorry.
like Donkey Kong
I was
Yahtzee
really,
and stuff.
Oh, that would be fun.
This has been your local Yahtzee announcement from your friendly local game store.
I was really excited.
I know what to get her for Christmas now.
Yahtzee. Oh yeah, so let's get into the news.
There's news?
That was a lot of good news, but this is also more good news.
That's consistent news, at least.
Yeah.
Yahtzee does still exist.
Yahtzee, and there's
also, you can't see them, but about 40 versions of Monopoly, which are right.
That's true. So our news, we got Game of Thrones. There's a rumor that they're going to have a prequel. Rumors.
Take it with a grain of salt.
Yeah, exactly. Rumor alert. Should you just start singing Rumor Has It?
We should have.
And go.
No. We should have like a slide in where it's like rumor, and then it goes away. But we don't have that, so you have to deal. Game of Thrones.
Perhaps a prequel?
Possible prequel.
Heard some rumors about that.
Which would be fun. I think it'd be cool to have like a show in the the era where, like, right before Game of Thrones, where it's like Rhaegar and fighting Robert, and they're having like the original war and stuff like that. I think that'd be really
How
cool.
about like where we see the Kingslayer become Kingslayer?
Yeah, like a young Jaime has to like stab Aerys in the back. Spoilers for Game of Thrones.
I mean,
all of
gosh,
it, I guess.
spoilers again.
But if you haven't read it by this point or watched it,
sorry, y'all.
Sorry, you're missing out.
But speaking of prequels
prequels
and spin-offs and things of that nature, Sons of Anarchy will be getting a spin-off, I've heard. That's another semi-rumor
we have a lot of
alert.
spin-off news today, because I've also got spin-off news about a prequel that not many people liked. Not many people liked The Phantom Menace. I don't blame you for it.
Oh.
But Darth Maul, the character who...
People did love Darth Maul, though.
He was cool.
They did.
He had a cool look. He had a cool lightsaber.
They liked his lightsaber.
But he is actually going to get his own comic series from Marvel Comics.
Oh, snap.
He is going to be... It's going to be set before The Phantom Menace. So it's his training and his sort of upbringing and all the experiences he had, which is really cool if you're... let me give you a quick spoiler alert for Star Wars Rebels Season 2. Okay. And if you're watching Rebels like I am, you know Darth Maul's in that show. He's got like robot legs and stuff, so, you know, I'm very excited about that, because they actually really do flesh him out a lot in that sort of extended canon, you know, in the cartoon, or not Cartoon Network, it's, no, it is Cartoon Network, isn't it?
I thought it was Cartoon Network.
In the Star Wars Rebels TV show, but Darth Maul
Correct
gets his own comic, prequel to the prequels. I'm excited about that.
Prequels to the prequels
And then also featuring Marvel. They were originally going to be putting in...
I don't know, I was going to smack you. That was
putting an Inhumans movie out in like 2018 or something, like way in the distance.
I mean, but we've heard rumors of it. This is one of those rumors that's coming to fruition. We're getting a date. It's going to happen.
They originally had an Inhumans movie planned for in the future, and it was still sort of planned, and I think it is still happening, but now what's coming to light is that they're going to be putting on an Inhumans centered TV show, sort of on what I've read, the rise of Black Bolt and the royal family, which is really interesting because Black Bolt's a great character, and I can see it could be hard to do him on a screen because he doesn't talk.
Right.
So you have to have a really good actor to like emote him. But I am very excited about that. I think Marvel's TV...
And you can build it, too. You
can build
TV
up to
show,
it, yeah. Because Inhumans...
You can build it.
I feel like Inhumans is kind of like Guardians of the Galaxy or Ant-Man, where it's like, it's a little weird. You gotta kind of suspend your disbelief a little bit. But Inhumans, you know, unlike Ant-Man or Guardians of the Galaxy, is... They are obviously not like aliens or just a dude in a suit. Like, they are actually almost like mutants in the X-Men and stuff, so people might...
they're not.
They're not. No, they're not. But, yeah, they're getting their own theoretical TV shows and movie.
So keep an eye out.
So keep an eye on that.
Oh, you know what? I'm really excited about this one. Disney is going to be coming out with a live-action Beauty and the Beast. You got Emma Watson, and not just that...
Some guy as Beast. I don't remember his name. Sorry, guy. But it does look cool.
It does. It looks great, and I think one of my favorite...
Trailer.
Yeah, the trailer's out.
Trailer's out. You can go see it. It's probably got some of the best, like, CGI
and
for
I'm
the
not.
Beast
I
I've
hate,
ever
and I'm
seen.
really like not a big CGI fan, and
It's solid.
I
Like,
loved it.
It reminds me. They didn't. I mean, it wasn't obviously CGI when they did this movie, but Pan's Labyrinth.
Oh yes, I know.
Like
Good.
Yeah, it's
so
like,
real. Like
it's very realistic.
I need.
looking.
If you're gonna do CGI for me, I need it to be so real. It's like their costumes and puppetry and things, like Pan's Labyrinth.
It does look very good.
And it looks like that. And just not too much of a spoiler, but they changed her pre-Beast life just a little bit. And she is actually an inventor, or invents some things as well. So.
Yeah, they moved around a little bit just so she's not, you know, just the girl who reads, which is fine.
But
fine
she,
intro for her. Yeah,
but she like creates stuff so she can spend more time reading.
Does stuff with that knowledge because in the animated movie, Beauty Belle, I suppose we should say, is you know, she's an avid reader. She's a very smart woman, and she, you know, sort of takes control of, you know, her situation with the Beast pretty easily. But having that sort of twist on her like inventive mind, I think, is even better.
I love it. Well, and they do show her like helping her dad sometimes, kind of in the cartoon, but they like embellished it a lot more, and I like that.
I am also personally very excited. Of course, it is still going to be a musical.
Right.
I'm very excited to see what they do with Gaston because I know he's terrible. But he might be one of my favorite Disney characters ever made because he's horrible.
But it's like
so I'm very excited about that.
Oh, okay. So I think that's all we have for this week.
That's all you got.
Gonna pass it off to Shivs and Giggles. So go laugh it up.
Shivs Giggles.
Actually, they've got some stuff on the expo this past weekend.
An expo? We should probably hear about that.
See you guys next week.
it's Em, and I've got one of my guest friends here.
Hi.
This is Abby.
I am a hacker, is what I call myself, a half-assed cosplayer. So we like to do things with found objects, we like to buy things from the Dollar Tree and glue them together. You know, pretty much if Hot Glue can do it, I can do it.
Other Shivs today are not going to be here, but we are here to do a Dragon Lair for the Impromptu Comic Con. So we're going to go ahead and take a look around, see what everybody's got going on, and meet some cosplayers.
Alright, hello, Doctor. We're here at the Impromptu Con at Dragon Lair, and you should come down here. Allons-y.
So Chris, tell us a little about Impromptu Con.
Well, Impromptu Con was started by a friend of mine named Bo Nguyen about 3 years ago. It was just kind of a random convention to start in the story, and it generates, it's like a freebie event for the artists and fans to kind of give back and to have a fun day out for everybody. So I took over the event this year, and we're hoping to make it a regular occurrence every twice a year, hopefully.
What other shows do you put on during the year?
So I run HeroCon. We're a new-ish Comic Con here in Austin. We have another show we're about to announce soon, January 21st. We're doing like a mini Comic Con / toy show.
So for your toys, are you doing things like action figures, a little vinyl?
It's a little of everything, yes. It's action figures, collectibles, vinyl pops. Some sell like Hot Wheels cars, trading cards. But instead of like pigeonholing it to that, we're gonna allow a little of everything. You know, things I'm used to here, just on a smaller scale.
What about some of the cosplay that you've done before?
Well, I'm known for Agent 47, Hitler. That's my most popular one. It's easy, but I identify well with that character and I do well.
It's the hairstyle.
It is. You go with your strengths.
Yeah.
You go with your strengths when you do a cosplay. You try. So I tell people, they say, "Hey, I don't want to cosplay." I say, "Well, one, find something that you're passionate about, and two, play your strengths. You know, and then work with that, because then you come with a more convincing character. You know, there's no point in me trying to do a Spider-Man because I don't have a body for Spider-Man. So I do my own version of Spider-Man. I do a Western version. You know, so I don't have to wear the bodysuit. You know, because as we know, Zentai suits and bodysuits aren't forgiving. So
I feel your pain.
you got to play to your strengths. I'm moving on to running my own events, doing events planning. I'm doing another nightclub event. Coming out next month. I'm trying to move on to different things and just evolve, as a person and as exactly. But I'm always here. I mean, I still run the Just Because Austin Cosplayer group, which I took over 2 years ago, and we meet the first Wednesday of every month. And we discuss different topics of cosplay. It was kind of fragmented when I first started, so we're trying to bring them together and form a community. And it's great because so many of the things have spurned from that. Because people are meeting other folks or learning different, hey, you can make that, hey, I can make this, what's together. Or we have photographers that come in like, ooh, I want to shoot you sometimes. I still remain pretty active in the cosplay community, and because I can't seem to walk away from it. I tried, and they're like, no, you can't do that. I haven't been doing cosplay as much, but I'm still connected to the community. And so I still reach out. I put people in, cosplayers come to me if they want advice on how to get to the next level. If they want advice on where to go to get great cheap printing, I have people that do that. I know people in all the different walks of life, so I can point them in the right direction.
Thank you, Chris. And then before we head out, can you go ahead and give everybody kind of a spiel on ways to contact you?
You can find me, my cosplay is Lord Vicious Cosplay. You can find me on Facebook. You also find me on Instagram and at Lord Vicious Cosplay. HeroCon, again, at HeroCon ATX. That's both for Twitter and for Instagram. Also on Facebook, HeroCon TX. I encourage people to reach out to me if they want to get involved in different events, because we promote movie theaters. We're trying to get into schools. We're trying to reach out to different areas. And I can point people in the direction if they want to work with charity groups. So I'm connected in a lot of ways. So
That's great.
come find me.
Thank you so much, Chris.
No, thank you very much. Awesome. Thank you. Cool. That's great.
Katie here. She's over here for the cosplay. Katie, give us a little talk about what we've got going on over here. little mini cards, all my different cosplays that I love.
Do you have a favorite cosplay that you do?
Yes. My two favorites is Pepper, because she's so creature. And Tank Girl, which I love her because she's so much fun. She's very much like my personality. I get to be like an artist.
Yeah.
It's just random street plays.
Strong, sexy lady.
What about your least favorite cosplayer? So I love Yoko to death. Yoko like her. But she is the worst cosplay to wear. She's just uncomfortable. I have to wear her huge stick. It's heavy. It blows my head. I don't like her, even though I love her. People understand like the game and go to. And number one tip or trick for starting cosplay. Don't be scared. Just be confident, enjoy it, and remember, it's all about how much fun you have, not about the perfection. Thank you so much. It's great meeting you. And do you have an Instagram or anything? I do. My Instagram is kind of crazy. It's 4C796060, and that is Lynn in hexadecimal because I'm a nerd. My Facebook is Model Kaylin or Kaylin Siren. So you can look up either of those and you'll find it. All right. Well, thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Adam West. I mean, Batman.
Hi there. Here with a ginger artist. Looking at some of the artwork that she's got here at the Impromptu Con. She's also got a cute little face painting booth set up, so we're going through and asking some questions. Look at that. So what is that look? That kind of Madam Spider? This is a Madam Spider look. This is a Gwen, Spider-Gwen inspired Spider-Man. Inspired Spider-Man. Yes. So yeah, so that's what I did today. Painting some vases, some butterflies. So do you have any good tips and tricks for anyone who's trying to do like a quick look, or even just going to Red Fair and wants to have some really pretty kind of flowers or anything on their face? Yeah, you know, keep it simple and let the paint dry before you paint on top of other colors. Otherwise, best advice I can give. Yes, blending is not so good. And then what do you use? Yeah, so I use Mayron paint. It's really awesome. It's water-based, so it's good for the skin, washes off with soap and water, so very good for families and kid-friendly. And it's coconut oil-based, so it smells kind of good. So, not me, but I have friends that use water. So water-based, do you have any tips or tricks for how to yeah, that's a great question, actually. I've been recommended to use a barrier spray, which you can find at any makeup store here in Austin. The local store I go to is the Bazaar. It's really awesome. Yes, down on Riverside. So yeah, barrier spray is great. A translucent powder is also great. It's kind of like a hard thing, sweating is just always going to happen, so it's good to keep your supplies on you. Don't sweat, yeah, it's gross. Someone's going to cheat me. Don't be looking gross, girl, right? Looking like this. Just being weird, yeah. Keeping awesome weird, that's all I do.